Greetings, YouTube, and welcome to today's discussion analyzing yet another celebrity controversy. Word is now surfacing that fashion powerhouse Carolina Herrera is severely unhappy with recent pictures of Meghan Markle wearing one of their skirt designs in a way that supposedly damages the high-end brand. Let's explore the allegations and accusations being levied. For context, Meghan Markle is no stranger to Carolina Herrera's creations, often selecting luxurious pieces from their runway collections for major royal engagements and events. Herrera is considered a top-tier designer respected in the industry for their luxury aesthetic and attention to style details. Last week, photos emerged of Meghan wearing a midi-length plain black skirt from Herrera during a low-key shopping trip in Santa Barbara. However, it's not the skirt itself, but rather how Meghan styled and wore the piece that has sparked controversy, according to Herrera's leadership. Sources close to Carolina Herrera CEO Carlos Herrera say he was furious when seeing pictures of Meghan sporting the skirt. Specifically, Carlos slammed how sloppy and cheap the skirt looked being paired with simple black flats, an oversized plain white button-down, and messy top-knot hairstyle. Carlos was also said to be enraged that Meghan had the skirt rolled up unevenly at the waist, exposing a good portion of her calf. He stated this made the high-end garment look like a dish rag and damaged the chic brand image they carefully cultivate. Several fashion experts agreed the casual styling ruined the lines and tailored elegance of the Carolina Herrera design. Perhaps most insulting of all, Carlos was quoted blasting that Meghan made the expensive skirt seem like a schmatter rag you'd buy off the street. He allegedly said this proved she either didn't understand or didn't care to properly respect premium fashion labels. The CEO felt Meghan's influence meant care should be taken not to degrade their affluent aesthetic vision. Things apparently escalated further when Carlos called Meghan, directly demanding she stop wearing their clothes or return items already purchased. Allegedly, a nasty argument ensued where Meghan refused, saying she could dress as she pleased. Now, the two parties are not on speaking terms, and the prominent fashion house will no longer style or dress Meghan. There are valid perspectives on both sides here that warrant objective discussion. On one hand, designers do zealously guard their brands and images meticulously cultivated over decades. Improper styling risks cheapening that or confusing the label's niche in consumers' minds. Meghan, as a global influencer, needs awareness of this power and responsibility. However, one could also argue Herrera pieces are still Herrera pieces, no matter the individual styling. People interpret high-end clothes differently in real life versus the runway. Plus, wasn't casual styling inevitable as Meghan adjusts to lower-key California lifestyle instead of restrictive royal roles? A gentler discussion between the parties may have yielded understanding versus angry demands and threats. While Carlos' view is understandable from a fashion business lens, was this more an ego clash than sincerely protecting brand integrity? Shouldn't brands want diversity in how their clothes are worn to appeal to different markets? Overall, both sides could have communicated more diplomatically and found a solution honoring creativity and individual expression alongside luxury standards. Aesthetic visions don't always neatly overlap, so nuance and compromise tend to yield happier partnerships over ultimatums from either party. But the real loss here may be a business one for Herrera. Cutting ties with one of the most famous women in the world over minor styling quibbles seems short-sighted when the power of that association for global reach and new customers was so massive. Only time will tell if alienating such influence was ultimately wise for their brand growth trajectory. At the end of the day, this appears another case of PR missteps compounding from failure to see multiple angles or have thoughtful discussions. Both Meghan and Herrera arguably made misjudgments, escalating a small clash unnecessarily. Here's hoping all parties can learn lessons on communication to avoid such breakups hurting creative partnerships and brands going forward. Please share your perspectives in the comments. I aim to thoughtfully explore all sides of industry